first tonight.
I'm going to say helpless, almost like you're sitting here observing things going and your hands are tied.
Data behind the reality. In 2020, 110,000 Hoosiers had dementia, and the Alzheimer's Association estimates by the year 2025, that number will grow by 18%. Today, the Alzheimer's Association released new numbers showing the impact of COVID-19 on Alzheimer's and dementia patients. WRTV's Nikki Dementri sits down with a Carmel caregiver who has seen firsthand the impact this pandemic has had on her parents, who are both living with dementia.
COVID-19 and dementia.
It was almost like putting them in prison, putting us in prison.
Isolation, Shola Hamazdi says, has hurt both her parents and herself.
They feel very lonely. My dad says, "When can you come in? I can't take care of your mom anymore." He thinks that he's taking care of mom.
Hamazdi is her parents' caregiver. Parvin and Shapur both have dementia and live in a Carmel memory care facility.
I was spending 8 hours a day, had 2 cameras at night to watch which one gets up and starts walking the hallway and falls. And the other one doesn't know until the next morning.
Hamazdi and her family came to the U.S. during the Iranian Revolution. She says her dad was a self-made man and her mom very proud after becoming a U.S. citizen.
Even today, that she has forgotten her English. She still thinks she's speaking English, even though she's speaking Farsi. And she always goes around and says, "I'm an American citizen. I'm an American citizen."
Socialization was key, Hamazdi says, to her parents' health and happiness, something the pandemic stripped them of quickly.
Do you think your parents would have regressed as much if the pandemic didn't happen?
I'm not God, but I would say they would have not, because we would have been more socially active.
Hamazdi's mother has regressed to where she no longer remembers how to drink water and has lost 29 pounds. Both parents struggle to communicate.
She constantly tells me, "Where are you? I feel lonely." One night says, "I cried all night because I felt what did I do? Everybody left me."
It's a reality many faced with dementia knew. Now the Alzheimer's Association has data to back it.
These numbers, the facts and figures data, I believe, is a unifier. It makes us feel that we are not alone.
The Alzheimer's Association 2021 Facts and Figures report details a nationwide jump of 16% for dementia and Alzheimer's related deaths. In Indiana, that number is a 14% increase.
It has been eye-opening to see.
Hamazdi is one of an estimated 11 million caregivers across the U.S.
Within our support groups, we hear from a lot of them that they feel distant from their family members. They're concerned about how their loved ones are able to receive care.
Hamazdi says she continues to fight for legislation she believes will help both those living with and caring for dementia.
How do you define health? Absence of love. And how can you give love or receive love if you're not with one another?
Working for you, Nikki Dementri, WRTV.
While the data released today shows startling projections when it comes to the number of people expected to develop dementia and Alzheimer's, experts say there is some good to come out of today's report.
Even though the numbers may seem, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? This is a positive light. This means that we know where we are, and from here we can grow. So I would say for Hoosiers, we have hope. We keep hope, and that's how we've always been, right? Nothing is too big for us. We will make it through this pandemic, and we will find a cure for this.
And having hope is so important. There are resources for patients dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia, as well as the caregivers for those patients. The Alzheimer's Association has a 24/7 helpline. Just call 800-272-3900. That is available 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And the Indiana State Department of Health says an Alzheimer's Disease and Dementia Resource Center on its website. This is what it looks like. It's all on in.gov, and go to the State Department of Health page.